From the traffic report of 2024, year 2024, 14 people die per day. About 14 people die per day in road accidents. In Uganda here, 14. If you count these people, we are not exceeding 60. So it means these are 4 days. Yes, these are 4 days when we have all gone. Okay? Per day, 14, about 14 people. And these are the people who are, these are the accidents that are reported. Okay? Remember, there is that accident that will happen in Odravu. The person dies, they even bury. Okay? 14 people. Now, among the 14, 8 are people on motorcycles. They are either riders or passengers, or they are pedestrians, and it's a motorcycle that has knocked that pedestrian. 8, okay? Among the 8, 6 are you, the riders. In Uganda, so meaning 6 riders, about 6 riders die per day in Uganda. So how many are we here? We say 6 will go. Aren't you going today? Aren't you going today? So it is a big number. By the way, there are even the diseases we fear. Very many diseases that we fear do not kill a number that is equivalent to that. Now, these are the people who die. Some of the people who die, these are the people who die on the spot. What about this one who is taken to Kuluva, Arua Refaro, Kampala, Molago? Finally, you come and die after a year. What about those ones? Okay? Now, and very many, their limbs have been cut off because of accidents. Very many have been deformed. I will use that in my language there. Very many have been deformed that they can no longer do anything. Okay? You find someone, the back has been broken. He's in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Understand? And remember, the people who are riding, most of them are of young age. Averagely 25 there. You understand? Now, at 25, we still need you as a country. But now you're dying. Or they are removing your legs. So tomorrow when you need a doctor, you will not be there. They are removing your arms. Tomorrow when you need an engineer, we will not be there. Okay? One is incompetence. Very many of us assume, madam, very many of us just assume that we know how to ride. But they just know like 20%. When kick start, accelerate, you're a rider. Then tomorrow you're seeing him already. You understand? Goes and sells his father's land, gets a Bajaj from Congo. The next day, on a stage that is a rider. Incompetence. People totally don't know. People totally don't know what they are supposed to do. Okay? That's why I always advise people, go to driving school. Okay? Even when your brother has taught you, the little that he has taught you, have time. A week or two, go to driving school. Okay? Oh, come to IOV. If you made yourselves like 30 or 50 and said, IOV, we need to have you on Saturday. We want you to teach us on the road signs. I will be there. I always tell him, I will be there. Understand? I will not say no, because it is it is among my roles. I told you, okay? Advising on road safety through community policy. If you form up yourselves, because doing individual cannot be possible. If you form up yourselves and say, this is a windy Boda stage. We are 50 people on such and such a date. We are willing to come and learn for free. I will not even say, give me water. I have water already. Understand? Okay? Now, the incompetence now brings in all the other things, because you don't know what you're supposed to do. Maybe even those who know what they are supposed to do brings in what we call obstructed driving or riding. Very many, I always say, the statistics show that 98% of the road accidents are because of human error. Okay? We go on road, we are obstructed. One, dangerous loading. You always see your brothers here. Someone loads 25 jerrycans of fuel or buto, okay, on a motorcycle. But that motorcycle is just supposed to carry, I think, 100 kgs. Okay? And is riding at a terrible. That one leads us to overspeeding. Boda business or riding, live about these people who ride, maybe going for work, that they will ride, my brother there, that he will ride from here up to maybe Rhino Campo where, okay? For us, the borders, we ride within a radius of maybe, let me say, 10 kilometers, isn't it? Meaning we're always in the city, okay? From Awinderi to maybe Manibe. From Manibe, like that, okay? And the speed limit in the built-up areas is 30 kilometers per hour. You're supposed to be moving at 30 kilometers. You're not supposed to exceed 30 kilometers. But you will see someone from Odia running at 120. Okay? Running at 100. Why do we say in built-up areas you should be at a lower speed? Okay? Such that you are able to control yourself, because this is an area that is busy. Okay? Vehicles are passing, pedestrians are passing, whatever. Okay? Now, when you are at 30, you are able to control yourself. You understand? You are able to control your... But my brothers, are you hearing him? Are you hearing him? Even when they put the humps, they don't want. Okay? Even when they put the humps, they don't want. Now, I always tell people there that whenever you're on the road, the moment you've hit the road, you are already the best rider or the best driver. Okay? So you don't need to compete with anyone. You're already the best. You don't need to compete with anyone. Just do the best. If he does the best, the other one does the best, she does the best, I'm telling you, we shall not even be having what? Okay? Just do your best. Arua City is not going to vacate. Like, let me say, I am riding because they have said Arua is going to shift. It is going to Kulikulinga. So let me make sure I am in the city when they are shifting. No, please. Okay? And the other thing, even this road, the people who made this road, they died long time. We are just using it as, and we also leave it. You understand? So, whenever you're there, make sure you're looking into that. Okay?
I'm called Asipe Jean Christabel, Executive Director, Ceford. Ceford is marking 25 years of existence, and we are celebrating it this year in November 2025. The theme of our celebration is celebrating the impact and shaping the future. As part of the achievements, we would also like to give back to the communities. That's why we have had pre-anniversary celebration activities taking place. One was the tree planting campaign drive, and today we are having a sensitization for the borders on road safety. We are looking at saving lives, but also ensuring that our communities, our children, are safe as they use the roads. So the purpose of inviting the borders here today is to talk to them about the road safety. And we have partnered with the IOV to come and sensitize the bodas so that they are aware of the rules and how to behave while using the road. As Ceford, we have also supported the boda associations with reflector jackets as one of the tools to be used in their road use. We've also organized the training for the bodas on road safety, and we have also gone to the schools to sensitize the children about road safety, so that as the bodas are using the road, the children who are mainly on the roads are also able to know the signs, the rules of the road, and also be safe as they use the roads. So we are all looking about safety on the road, but also saving lives.
How many of them were trained and supported, but also what do you expect from them after this training? Do we have replica effect after here?
Yeah, we invited 50 bodas across different stages in Arua City and part of Arua District. These are considered to be the champions who are supposed to go back to their respective stages to go and also sensitize their peers on what they've learned from this session. So we expect them to also talk to other riders on how to responsibly use the road, and we are using them as our role model champions in this process.
In terms of your community engagement, what has been the benefit of bodas, especially in the various communities?
Yeah, the bodas have been mainly used as a means of transport for our communities, and also transporting goods and transporting children to school. So we value the bodas, and our emphasis is let's have bodas who are disciplined on the road, who understand the traffic rules, and who are able to responsibly protect other road users.
Okay, maybe your parting thoughts. Is this going to be the last training? Are you having more so that we have a better number that is, trained and understands?
Yeah, for this anniversary celebration, this is one of the major activities we've done, and we've also learned from the feedback that we are getting from the different groups we've interacted with that this is a very important activity. As Ceford, we would like this to continue in the different engagements, and where possible, we will still have to work closely with the boda associations and all the other stakeholders, especially the traffic police, the IOV, so that we have a community that is aware of road safety and also know their roles and responsibilities in using the road.
Yes, chairperson of disciplinary in our association. I'm talking on behalf of our association to our fellow bodas. We have got very good information from the Ceford company. They have advised us how we can make use of the road, especially we bodas. It is the advantage for us to get into Boda when we have come up with the knowledge how the road can be used. So the traffic was with us. He was emphasizing to us that, please, when you are getting into Boda, you must at least go to a level of knowing how the roads can be used. Therefore, you must have a permit. You must be trained to know a road can be used. Especially when you're already on the road, when you're overtaking a vehicle, don't overtake the vehicle on left-hand side. You must overtake the vehicle on the right-hand side. On the way, you must also create a very enough distance between you on the vehicle to avoid excessive kind of the accident when you're on the road. So the advice of today we have learned from the Ceford has really given us enough information that we must pass to our fellow bodas. So they have emphasized us the issue of the discipline. We must ever be smart. We must put on a helmet. We must put on reflectors whenever we are on the road. Those things, when we are doing them in such a way, we shall not get problem on the road. And the helmet must be the first priority to put on. We have seen so many of us, they don't like to put on helmets. And once you don't put on a helmet, a light accident can take your life easily. But once you're on a helmet, you must be protected, and at least whenever you are taken to hospital, at least life can be covered. For the reason, the Ceford also has gone extent of telling us this kind of training should be constantly, and he has told the chairperson that let him call all the border borders with maybe the leaders. They want to impact some of this knowledge to them so that they will extend them to their various stages. As being a chairperson for the various stages, you will make your members to know how a road can be used. Those were the very serious information we have learned from the Ceford, and we are very happy for the training they have given us today. And when we are taking this training, the lessons we have learned from them into action, at least the advice we have learned from them can change our life of being a border, especially on the road. So the traffic officer also, IOV told us that in a day, we are in position to get an accident to the number of 14 in a day. So in this 14 number of a human being, if those were the accident on a motorcycle, at 6 were on the pedestrians, which means in a day we are getting 14 serious accident on the road. And I'm sure if we were to take this advice we have learned from the IOV and the Ceford who have organized for us today's function, honestly, the life of our border borders can really get changed. All this information we have learned from them, and we are telling our fellow border borders to listen to the advice that we have picked from the Ceford and from the IOV of today's function. For this reason, we keep thanking them, and we are requesting them to keep sensitizing all this so that we shall get involved in a way how road can be used. This is all what I can say.
What about border borders who are reckless, but also at the same time drug abuse? And then there are those who remove motorcycle parts. You find there's no mirror. They are turning behind to see when they are supposed to monitor using the mirror.
A border should not remove a mirror from the motorcycle. He should not remove the side cover. He should not remove the dashboard. All those things have function on the motorcycle. Those are the things currently we are going to impact as the association to all our border borders to make sure that all those parts of the motorcycle should be there and a motorcycle should be complete to avoid some of these circumstances in the result of the accidents.
What about drug abuse? Somebody
The drugs should not be used. A border should not use drugs. When you are border, please, you first finish the work you are doing. If you can finish the work, you will go for your marung, you can go for your alcohol, you can go for other things when you have already packed the motorcycle inside, and you must take all these things when you are in your room. From there's no more any work that you can do as a border.
Okay.
And when you are getting a border as a customer, you first look at the border who is riding. When a border is in maroon, please don't take such kind of border. You take a border from the stage. In the case of accident, you will come back and say, I picked a border from such a stage. The person went with my bag. It will be easier for us as a association to find out who was the person, where did you get a border, who is the chairperson of the such a stage. It will be easier for us to get the person. So we are trying to say to our customers, please don't get passed by borders. You get a border from a stage. In the case of any problem, in the case of loss of any item from a customer, it will become easier for us to pick from the chairperson of the stage.
Dratele Amid.
Your position?
The chair of West Border Association. And to Ceford and the IOV with the wonderful lecture they have given for us. I want to tell to my fellow border whenever you are using this road, before you start your motorcycle, let me say, before you start your motorcycle, you need to check all necessary things on the motorcycle. First of all, you need to know that you have the reflector, the side mirrors are okay, the indicators are there, and you have the safety shoes, helmet, so that you start your journey or your work. My advice to all of us is, whenever we are using this road, the IOV have said, in Uganda we are getting an accident, let me say, exceptional borders who are dying every day. 14 of them are dying every day. Out of 14, 6 are border riders. Border riders or the passengers. So it's now us to to control ourselves on the road. Once you are using the road, you need to know that whenever you are overtaking, you need to calculate yourself very well.
Okay, talk to us about how Boda Bodas can fight criminality, especially those who use motorcycles at night, but at the end they use it for stealing, and then Boda Bodas' names are soiled.
As I have said, all of us are not Boda Bodas. You know, most of people who are using motorcycle like Bajaj, they pretend to be Boda Bodas, but they are not Boda Bodas. We, the leaders, we know all these Boda Bodas. A registered member must have a reflector. I want to give you an example with TNS, who are having reflector numbers. Now, in case, if such a Boda Boda picks your thing or steal your item, we shall know that that is a TNS member with a reflector number, this, so that we follow it out.
Okay, what is your advice to people who, they are Boda Bodas who don't have number plates, and there are those who chew marungi when they are riding? What is your advice to customers?
I'm encouraging my Boda Bodas. If you are really a true Boda Boda, you must have a number plate. You must have a number plate and a registered member in our situation. And I want to advise all of you, all my Boda Bodas also. A good Boda Boda is not supposed to chew marung or take alcohol. So my advice to them is they should leave drug abuse.